I placed the doll beside my daughter, but after a while, I saw that something was strangling her neck, and she was bleeding. My mother-in-law angrily threw the doll onto the floor. We had no idea a disaster was about to happen, because an evil spirit lived inside that doll. 6 years passed quickly, and my daughter had grown up. Everyone had forgotten about the doll in the cabinet. But one day, my daughter's glass marble rolled into the storage room, and that's how she took the doll out again. What was strange was that the doll had short hair 6 years ago, but now its hair had grown long. Even its fingernails had grown out. Seeing how happily my daughter played with it, I didn't take it seriously. But after that, she took the doll with her wherever she went. One night, while I was sleeping, someone's shadow walked into my room and crawled under my blanket. I was terrified. After that, I felt the doll was extremely strange. To avoid being scared again, I stuffed the doll into a trash bag and threw it downstairs. When my daughter left for school, I thought it was over, but as soon as I got home, someone knocked on the door. Confused, I went to check and saw the doll had come back. I angrily hit the doll, but right after I struck it, I suddenly saw it sitting on my daughter's bed. Only then did I realize I had actually hit my daughter. I panicked, thankfully. It was just a nightmare. But the next second, the knocking came again. When I opened the door, the doll had really returned to my doorstep. It turned out I hadn't sorted my trash correctly, so the sanitation workers had returned it. When I saw they were still organizing the garbage downstairs, I ran over and handed the doll to them. I thought this time it would never return, but not even 30 minutes later, police sirens sounded downstairs. When I rushed outside, I found the garbage truck had broken down, and a worker's leg was stuck inside it. I stood there, too afraid to look up. At that moment, my daughter walked out holding the doll. It seemed I really couldn't escape this cursed doll. The next day, my daughter suddenly wanted to play hide and seek. I had no choice but to agree. When I walked into the laundry room, I suddenly saw a pair of small hands resting on top of the washing machine. Fortunately, my daughter only suffered minor injuries. My husband asked me to get checked. That was when I learned I had severe depression, which caused hallucinations and made me do things that put our child in danger. My husband suggested that I be hospitalized, but I had one request: to throw away that doll, because I believed all the strange events were connected to it. Meanwhile, my mother-in-law was putting my daughter to sleep. After she fell asleep, my mother-in-law went to the living room to get some water, but when she drank it, she smelled something rotten. As she poured it out, my daughter suddenly appeared in the living room. My mother-in-law wanted to get her some milk, but my daughter suddenly climbed onto her back. However, when she carried her back to the bedroom, she discovered my daughter was already lying in bed, fast asleep.